Cool, we're broadcasting live.
Fantastic. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to introduce the one and only Kjersti Cote.
Hi, guys. Oh my goodness. Wait, so are we live? Are we going straight into this?
Yep.
We are.
Okay, good. So you guys are going to interview me.
Yep,
I know you have a list of questions that we want to go through.
Exactly, yes. So we'll start off with question number 1 on the list.
Okay.
So first question is, Kjersti, for you. There are some products to be avoided by pregnant women, breastfeeding women, and children. Would you explain why this is?
Okay, well, first of all, can I just start off by saying, because we got to keep this real, I am so excited to be on this hangout with everybody, and I think everybody that is like tuning in, this is live for those of you that are tuning in right now, and then of course some of you will watch later, and we have so many product questions, and I have reviewed all of them, and I got to say that they were good. They were juicy, good questions, and apparently I look like I am Snow White. And just for the record, this is like the tannest I've been in I don't even know how long. And so to be piping in on this Google Hangout, like ghostly white, is so weird, but we don't know how to fix it. So, okay, so let's roll into question number 1, and that obviously being...
Can I quickly say something?
Yeah, say something.
Okay. I just want to acknowledge this all happening. So I want to acknowledge Rachel and Isaac, just sitting over there in the bottom of my screen, for organising this whole gig. For getting in communication with you, Kjersti. Rounding up, organising. And Isaac had to learn yesterday how to use a Google Hangout for the first time, and now he's just bossing it, making it all happen. And Rachel organising, rounding up, and writing out all the questions last night with her boyfriend Isaac, and sending them off to you, and making this all happen at 7 o'clock, so we can keep within integrity and do it when we said we'd do it. And now it's all happening. I just love it. I love when things like this pan out and they happen just because of someone's idea. So thank you, Rachel and Isaac, and then Kjersti, thanks for giving up your amazing, precious time to be with whoever joins this call and to do this recording, because it makes such a massive difference for people. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Thanks. Actually, I'll say something too, just to give a bit of an introduction for Kjersti, and acknowledge you too, Kjersti, because I just messaged you, 3 days ago and said, hey, can we have this call? And straight away you said yes, and then I gave a time and you said that'll be perfect, and just making this work into your precious time, just like Adam said. And particularly just for, we can ask you anything, and you're just so open to be able to answer these questions. And you're the person, you're the reason that why I joined Isagenix 7 months ago. It was the call I had, an hour and a half, a call with you and my mum. They actually had me join Isagenix because I just got the integrity of this company from what you had to say. I got who you are for the company and the stand you are for these products and for what the company stands for. And I'm just so appreciative of you being the co-founder's daughter, John Anderson's daughter, and being able to have that kind of relationship to the people within our company and this network. And so I just wanted to thank you very much for that, and thanks for being on the call.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, now that we've got like the housekeeping love, butterflies, warm fuzzies out of the way. No, really, it's awesome. I actually remember doing the Google Hangout with you and your mom, sitting in a living room with Adam. You guys were like all smiles. It was like 6 in the morning. It was so early. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Adrian's trying to join. I'm not sure if you guys want to help him out. He's he's on. Apparently he's on.
Oh. I don't see him.
Isn't he coming? Well, isn't he trying to join this panel though?
He might be. Yeah. He has to click on the right one. Hey Isaac, while you're sending him the link for him to join, I'll go ahead and take question number 1, and obviously that's in regards to breastfeeding and pregnant women when it comes to the products. Yes. The good rule of thumb is that if Isagenix is a beautiful beautiful nutritional line that drenches the body with lots of good stuff. And so if you are trying to get pregnant, the best thing for you to do is to exercise, get plenty of rest, manage your stress load, nourish your body. And then as soon as you find out that you're expecting, then you can, discontinue certain products. You will want to work with your obstetrics and gynecologist, your baby doctor, to just let him know or her know that you are taking Isagenix, and so that you guys can really discuss a good protocol that's going to be for you guys. But the soon-to-be expectant moms. But once you're expecting, obviously things totally change. There are herbs and botanicals inside of certain formulations that we have that should not be going into a mama that is helping to grow a fetus, because some of those herbs and botanicals are designed for an adult developed human body, not a fetus that's in development. And same applies to once you have the baby. If you're nursing, then whatever you eat obviously feeds and nourishes your baby through your breast milk, and those herbs and botanicals can actually transfer to your baby as well. So, and again, your baby's growing. I mean, it's 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever, as you guys are nursing. And you don't want those botanicals and herbs going into an underdeveloped little body. So the rule of thumb is Ionix, chai tea, the e-shots, the natural accelerators. Those are the products. Isagenesis. Those are the products that you guys should be avoiding while pregnant and lactating. The good rule of thumb is that if it is food, meaning if it's a meal replacement shake, you can use these with doctor's supervision, of course, and doctor's approval and monitoring, such as the shakes, the bars, the fiber snacks, the slim cakes, the greens and the fruits, those types of supplements that are really designed just to kind of feed and nourish the body, provide the body what the body is needing and requiring on a daily basis. I think that the key thing is that when you're pregnant and you're lactating, you don't want to reduce your calorie intake too much, because obviously you're feeding a growing fetus, or you're feeding a baby with your breast milk. So you don't want calorie restriction. So with that, you are going to want to make sure that you are popping in a shake or a bar or a slim cake or a fiber snack or something like that in between your meals. So nutrient timing is a big deal to make sure that you're getting all of the food and the nourishment that your body needs and requires on a daily basis to feed your babies. Can you guys see me, actually?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Hi, Ado.
Hey, Ado.
Ado, hey.
Hey,
Hey, God.
Really discuss a good topic for you guys, but the soon-to-be expectant moms. But once you're expecting, obviously things totally change. There are herbs.
Hey, you've got two things going. You've got live with us right now, and then you also have YouTube streaming on your side, so I can actually hear myself right now.
Oh,
Got it. Okay. Little feedback, little delay there. Love it. Okay. What's the next question?
Yep, awesome. So thanks for answering that question, Kjersti. And question number 2 is, what does natural chocolate and caramel mean? Is it actually from nature?
Yeah. First of all, we don't use any artificial colors or artificial flavors or artificial sweeteners, none of that. Everything is from nature. And one of the things this is a question that we get asked a lot, and that is that when it comes to natural flavors, when you see that in maybe the list of other ingredients or the flavoring profile, all of our flavors come from real fruits. The key is that when we extract flavoring from, let's say, berries or apple or pear, we can actually, they have technology to extract that flavor, that natural flavor, and then set aside all of the fruit sugars and the fruit fibers. And then once that flavor is then extracted, we can actually condense that flavor down to like 500 times concentration. So if you can imagine like eating a fresh raspberry, there's a lot of flavor in a ripe, fresh raspberry, and we can condense and concentrate raspberry flavoring 200 to 500 times, so that, and in it, so it's in a powder form. So if you literally take a speck of the raspberry concentrate flavoring and hit it to your tongue, and it just erupts in your mouth because it's so highly concentrated. So the fun thing is that we really use with those flavoring concentrates, which again are all natural. We can use very little flavorings to actually make flavor pop in the Cleanse for Life, the Ionic Supreme, the Replenish, all of the things that require flavor, including our shakes. So the great news too with the flavoring profile that we use in all of our products is they're all considered hypoallergenic, which means that there's no fruit proteins in any of our flavorings, which is great. So let's say that someone is maybe sensitive to citrus or something like that within the Cleanse for Life. Chances are that it's not going to bother them. We always recommend that if someone has an allergy, that they should discuss it with their healthcare professional and stuff before proceeding with products, and kind of, to test things out a little bit and see how their bodies really respond. But there's no fruit proteins in our flavoring profile. So when you see chocolate, or you see caramel, or you see apple or pear or berry, they're highly concentrated, all natural flavorings.
Great.
Awesome.
Thanks, Kjersti.
That was awesome.
And question number 3 is, why is cacao ground down and its raw state not used instead?
Okay, so this might be, this is a question, I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer this. Bless you, Ado.
Thank you.
I do know this, that in the Isadelight Plus chocolates, whether it's milk or dark, that those chocolates are considered raw because they're processed at a temperature that does not cook and destroy all of the good things within chocolate. So, and of course, based on the cacao raw state, using raw cacao in flavoring profiles, that I do not know. We concentrate down, so that might be a question that we need to ask our R&D department and get a little bit more information on.
Awesome, that's great.
Perfect.
I think that a lot of people like to know the chocolate's raw, so that's awesome. I get asked that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Great. And question number 4. Regarding sugars and shakes, people can sometimes be turned off as they've deemed all sugars bad. Why is fructose and agave used in them, and have alternatives like stevia been looked into?
Yeah, this is such a powerful question. Fructose, when people see fructose on the label of the products, they're thinking high fructose corn syrup, which is a highly processed sugar base that is taken from corn. We don't use that. Fructose is fruit sugar. Fructose is fruit sugar. So there's natural fructose in apples, pears, bananas, mangoes, pineapples. So when you ingest natural fruit, that fructose converts into glucose, and your body then uses that glucose for energy. It replenishes glycogen levels, which is basically sugar storage in the body. You can store glycogen in your liver. The key here is the fructose stripped down and highly processed? It's not. We extract natural fructose and use fructose crystals from beets, pears, and apples. And that's what sweetens our shakes, our Cleanse for Life, those types of products. The reason why we use fructose is because when you're looking at replacing a meal, it has to be balanced between proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. You can't just have protein funneling into the body and not have healthy fats and healthy carbohydrates as well, or then it's looked at as a protein supplement, not a meal replacement. So a true meal replacement is a balance between proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. And we kind of base the standard isolene shake on a 40-30-30 principle with carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Then, of course, in that is fiber, all of your vitamins, your minerals, your trace minerals, everything that makes that meal complete. So you have to have healthy carbohydrates. It's just your body, God designed your body to have healthy carbs. So if someone is taking a shake because they think it comes in a canister and doesn't grow on a tree, that if it has fructose in it, that it's unhealthy, and that's not the case. The key with fructose consumption is this, is that you don't want to consume a lot of carbohydrates or fructose, natural fruit sugars, in one sitting. If you consume a lot of grains or fruits that are high in carbohydrates all in one sitting, then the body's response is to produce insulin. Insulin is a hormone that is beautiful. You should have insulin flowing into your bloodstream upon every single meal. What you don't want is insulin spiking. So you want a steady flow of insulin coming in to help assist with those carbohydrates, drive the carbs into the lean muscle for burning. What you don't want is a huge load of carbohydrates coming into the body to where your body is spiking with insulin to drive the blood sugar or the sugars out of the blood out into the lean mass. Because then you've got the peak and then you've got the crash, and you just don't want high levels of insulin peaking and crashing within your body. So that's that. So you want to manage your carb load, and within the Isagenix shakes and bars, everything is low glycemic, so you're not going to have the insulin spiking. I know that that's a really long answer, but it's really important for everybody to know that. Have we looked at using stevia? No. The answer is no. I mean, if it served a purpose in a specific product that worked beautifully for sweetening, then yes. But when you're talking meal replacement, again, you want the balance between proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. Stevia has no carbs. It's the sweet factor without the calories and the carbohydrates. And so putting stevia, like let's say even in the Cleanse for Life as well, would not be good. Because when you are on shake days, that's one thing, but let's just say that you're on cleanse days. You're ingesting Cleanse for Life concentrate throughout the day. Your body works on carbohydrate source and fat source to burn for energy. If you put someone on a cleanse day, and let's just say we used stevia in the Cleanse for Life instead of the natural fructose that's in there, then the chances of blood sugar dropping too low would be a very big possibility. So we make sure that there's natural fructose in the Cleanse for Life to give your body energy, to give your brain energy so that you don't stop thinking, and that it helps with balancing of blood sugars throughout the day. Your body is naturally going to go into a state of fat burning as well on cleanse days because there's very little fructose in the Cleanse for Life. It's just enough to maintain and manage the entire cleansing phase and process on days 1 and 2, in conjunction with using the snacks as well. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody.
Can I quickly jump in and say, all these answers are absolutely amazing, and just want to double check that this is all being recorded. I know I can see the live button up there, but I just want to double check that you've got this recorded.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be recording as we go. Yeah.
Yes, good stuff.
Good point. Awesome. Yeah, that was a perfect answer. Thanks, Kjersti. Thanks for the detail. And question number 5, we've got, Why does the Ionic Supreme liquid contain a large amount of water?
I've never been asked that question before, but the answer to that is that we use extracts, and so if you turn the Ionic Supreme bottle around and you look at all of the ingredients in the proprietary blend, it's loaded with herbs, botanicals, and extracts, tea extracts. Everything is, again, really highly concentrated. It goes back to all of that flavoring that we talked about, the natural flavoring and the concentration factor there. The same thing applies with all of the herbs, the botanicals, the teas. We literally extract them and concentrate them down, so they're almost in a they're very highly concentrated. So what the amount in which your body needs and requires is very small. I mean, look at the quantity of Ionics powder versus the Ionics liquid. So it's really, they're both identically bioactive, and they both serve the body exactly the same. It's just that one is in liquid and one is in powder form. So when you take a powdered concentration blend like that and you put it in 32 ounces and suspend it in 32 ounces, you need reverse osmosis water, highly purified water, to be able to put that concentrate in. So it's just really volume, I guess, that holds all of those botanicals and extracts versus having it in a tiny little tub in a powdered form.
Awesome.
Great, good answer, awesome.
Yeah.
And number 6, are all the products organic? And if they aren't, why not?
Yeah, this is a question that we're asked so much because organic and non-GMO it's such a big deal right now. It's something that's become, especially the non-GMO project verification is brand new. That's something that's happened over the last year and is becoming more well-known over the last 3 years, 4 years. There's been a lot of doctors and scientists that have been studying GMOs for, the last couple of decades, but GMOs were introduced kind of pretty much in the mid-90s. It's been happening for a while, but as far as a little bit more mainstream with mass crop farming and stuff, it really became prevalent in the mid-90s. And so with that being said, we strive at Isagenix to seek out all non-GMO crops. We've been doing it for a really long time. And it's really important to us. So are the ingredients within the entire Isagenix line all non-GMO? Yes. Are they non-GMO project verified? No. We believe our stance on this is that the verification process is relatively new and something that most people don't think about, that if you have a crop that is non-GMO and it's planted within a 2-mile radius of other crops that are genetically modified, there's cross-pollination contamination that can happen with bees and animals. And so that cross-pollination can absolutely disturb the non-GMO crops. So it's really sticky business is what it is. And until the verification process is a little bit more extensive, we're not really going to dive into that right now. What we want to focus on is what are our farmers using based on herbs and species of herbs, making sure that they're not genetically modified crops. How are they caring for their soils? Are they farming organically? Those are the things that we care about when we contract out with farmers around the globe. Every crop of ashwagandha or schizandra or wolfberry that we get into our manufacturing facilities, they come with certificate of analysis, which tells us their quality, their purity, their potency. We have them double, sometimes even triple certified to make sure that that first certification is exactly what it says it is, because we know things can get damaged in the shipping process making it to the United States. So quality assurance is huge for us. We also want our farmers to, grow the crops naturally, care for the crops, grow them according to season, harvest them properly, process and store these herbs properly. It's a really, really, really big deal. So quality assurance is everything to us. So do we have the non-GMO project verification sticker on our labels? No, we don't at this time. Something that we might do in the future. Going back to the non-GMO certification, we aren't doing that either because, or I'm sorry, not non-GMO, but organic, the organic certification, and we're not doing that yet as of yet either. And the reason for this is think about it. We have so many products that have extensive proprietary blends in their inside of the formulations, where you've got 10, 15, 20, 30 different ingredients going into one product, such as the Ionic Supreme or the Cleanse for Life or the shakes. And let's just say that if we had a product that had 10 ingredients and 8 of them were grown organically and had the certification, the organic certification on them, and 2 of them didn't, we still could not certify that product as certified organic, USDA organic, because there's 2 ingredients that are not certified organic. So that's another process too. Our foods that we have are so dense and so complex with those proprietary blends that have a lot of ingredients, and some of those ingredients come from regions of the world that there are not certification processes over there right now. So, but all of our goods grow naturally. Yes, if we can get our hands on certified organic stuff and it meets our specifications, absolutely. But again, it goes back to quality assurance and all of the testing that we do to ensure that the bioactives are exactly what we want them to be. And here's another little thing, and then we can go on to the next question, is that the FDA has a lot of standards that we have to, a lot of standards and protocols and all kinds of things that we as a manufacturing company or a nutritional supplement company that we have to follow and abide by. And we far exceed all of these guidelines and standards, whether it's good manufacturing practices or whatever. So if you want to get your hands on reading literature when it comes to quality assurance and ingredients and stuff like that, go to isagenixhealth.net, type in quality assurance. It's in a little section up at the top underneath the tab. You can click on that and read more about it. You can also pop in GMO and pull up the company's stance on that. You can search anything when it comes to all of the goods that we use and read more about the quality assurance.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Kjersti. That rocked. And yeah, we get asked that all the time, so it's really helpful. The next question you actually answered within that question as well, so we jumped to number 8, which is, I like this one. Can international level athletes be sure they can pass drug tests when competing while using Isagenix products?
We've had Olympic athletes numerous times train on Isagenix and get tested and obviously pass all drug and anti-doping laws and regs. So whether they're Olympic losers or whatever they're doing. So Olympic athletes, it's the most elite type of competition athletes. Their guidelines are incredibly strict. So yeah, you are totally fine on that. And of course, if they're looking for the NSF certification and verification process with our shakes, that does exist. So athletes can get their hands on that as well, because I know that that's important for some competing athletes, especially in North America. So, but yeah, you're good to go. There's no harmful ingredients. There's no harmful stimulants. There's nothing in the products that would be considered as illegal for a hardcore competitive athlete.
That's great. Yeah, I think that someone had sent some information away and we sent you that, so brilliant, that helps. And how do Isagenix products help to aid muscle recovery for athletes when they're training?
I love this question. This is such a juicy question.
Yeah, it is. I loved this one when I got sent it.
Okay, so this is the funniest thing. Okay, the body, we're all human. We all have 80 to 100 trillion cells from head to toe. We all breathe, eat, drink, go to the bathroom. We all move. We all have 2 arms, 2 legs. The only difference, obviously, is hormone differences in the bodies from male and female, and some of our a few little areas of anatomy. Okay, but the body is based on nutrition. We all need and require the same stuff. The difference is are you going to eat hot dog proteins and have a hot dog body, or are you going to eat really high quality proteins and have a high quality lean dense body? And Dr. Colgan talks about this all the time. You can get protein from hot dogs, that some hot dogs are incredibly toxic. You can get, protein from soy, I mean, but the bottom line is that the type of protein you're ingesting absolutely is going to affect recovery after workouts and the amount of lean mass that your body can develop. So let's start off with chicken, fish, pork, and steak. Because this goes to any athlete that thinks, I don't need to take a shake. I can just cook some fish and chicken and I'll be totally fine. But the bottom line is this, is that if you take a boneless, skinless chicken breast and you cook it and you eat it and you chew it, it goes through digestion, and then you eliminate out whatever your body cannot use. And you'll have to convert this, I think, I don't know, but here in the States, a boneless, skinless chicken breast is around 30 grams of protein. But because it's cooked, by the time you cook it and you eat it, the proteins have been damaged through the cooking process. And so there's only about 10 grams out of the 30 grams total that your body can use for lean mass development and muscle recovery and workout recovery. 10 grams. The other 20 grams of protein in that chicken breast, it is so big, they're so big or they're so damaged that the body cannot utilize them. So you absolutely eliminate it. So out of a chicken breast, 10 grams are going in to rescue hard-worked muscle, hard-worked body, and to help grow lean muscle. So your bioavailability on chicken is around 35%. It's about a third. Bioavailability of beef is about 45%. Bioavailability of eggs and fish is around 80% bioavailable. So of course you're going to have less waste with fish and eggs, but whey protein is off the charts. So if you take a look at your Isoline shakes, your Isoline Pro, your IsoPro, your Natural Berry Harvest, your vegan-based shakes, you're looking at about 90 to 95% utilization of those grams of protein. So an Isoline shake has 24 grams of protein. Your body is using about 22 grams out of the 24 grams. So it's highly bioavailable. Your body just brings it in, sucks it in, and can use those amino acids, those fine chain proteins, to rebuild ripped muscles, because that's what you do when guys go to the gym and they lift weights. You cause tiny little tears within the muscle. You ingest protein right post-workout. The amino acids go in and actually help to fill in and rebuild those injured areas in the muscle, and the muscle gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So the better quality of protein, the better lean mass development you're going to get. So does the whey protein or the protein profile in our shakes beat chicken? Hands down, yes. It beats steak. It beats pork. It beats eggs and fish. Do you need, prepared meals with, grilled fish and chicken? Yeah, heck yeah. I eat chicken probably every other day or every third day. I eat fish every other day or every third day. I eat eggs too. I mean, I eat these proteins because you should be ingesting a variety of foods and having some fun preparing your meals. But your main protein source for lean mass development or superior lean mass development is going to come through with your Isoline and your Isoline Pro shakes. Now, as far as nutrient timing is concerned, that's the other critical phase. So we talked about the quality of proteins, but also, too, you want that protein going in the body at specific times. First thing in the morning is ideal. That is going to actually help you burn more fat throughout the day. It's also going to help you get set up with good brain chemistry so that you feel happy throughout the day longer if you have a shake first thing in the morning. It does. It affects good brain health. So if you're skipping out on your shake in the morning and having toast with Vegemite, no, it's not gonna make you as happy, and you will be the kind of person that has toast and Vegemite in the morning, and maybe a cup of tea or coffee. If you are that person, then by 2 to 4 in the afternoon, you may be going for the second cup of tea or the coffee because you're hitting a low. So to feel like you can conquer the world and that you are having this optimistic, joyful type good mindset, shake first thing in the morning. The second best time to have your shake is post-workout. So figure out what works best, in your day. Some of you work out first thing in the morning, so you would have your shake post-recovery. But the window to get your shake into the body after you work out is 20 to 30 minutes post-workout. So that's a good thing. And then that way, that ensures that protein goes into the body and starts to go to work on muscle recovery and lean mass development. So don't wait 2 hours after your workout to have a shake. Have it within 20 to 30 minutes post-workout. And the other thing, here's the other key too, is that people are like, oh, well, the shakes, going back to the sugar, I don't know. Well, when you look at the Isoline and the Isoline Pro and the fructose amount or the carbohydrates that are within that profile of that shake, those carbs are specifically designed to feed and nourish the body, to replenish glycogen levels because you just burn through a boatload of energy within the body. But also, too, that fructose helps to drive muscle synthesis better. So you don't just want protein going into the body post-workout. You want it riding in with carbohydrates so that you can have better muscle synthesis or muscle development.
Thank you so much. I just want to say that I'm absolutely loving these answers. They are just brilliant. Okay, so the next question I really like, which is how do you maintain, Kjersti, and what's your favorite product that you can't do without?
Oh, well, if I was stranded on an island, I would definitely take the shakes with me. I would probably live a ripe old age because it's got that good quality protein in it. It's got all the vitamins, the minerals, the trace minerals that you need for a complete meal replacement. So, because some people are like, oh, I would take the Ionics, but really, you need protein to survive, and but I do a shake or two a day depending upon my activity and what's going on, and I do a bar a day. My favorite is the Nutty Caramel Cashew. I'm totally addicted. They're so yummy. If you don't have them there, I feel bad for you. Dang it! Okay, if anybody's watching that coming to Celebration, you're just going to have to buy some Nutty Caramel Cashew in the store.
You got to tell your dad to bring it to New Zealand.
I want that.
You're kidding. Yes. What's so funny? People are like, oh, do you love the shots? I do like the shots, but I only use them if I'm really, really dragging. There's some people that do the shots every single day. I probably have maybe 4 e-shots in a month, really. I don't really need e-shots. I do like the tea plus chai occasionally as well. The grape, the refreshing grape is delicious in the Replenish, which was formerly titled Want More Energy. So do you guys have the grape? Do you have grape over there?
Nah.
Dang it! Oh,
Next thing you're going to tell us that the strawberry shakes are the best.
They are so darn good. You will die when you guys get them there. The strawberry shakes are yummy, but they're not my fave like every day. I mean, I love them, but I'm kind of into variety. Variety is the spice of life. So my favorite shake to blend is either the chocolate isoline or the vanilla isoline shakes, and I with like a dollop of almond butter in the shakes. I love the almond butter inside of the shakes. So if you can do sunflower seed butter or you can do almond butter, just whatever butter you use. Just make sure that it is raw and not roasted, a roasted nut butter, because it's not a good fat. You want your nut butters raw if you're going to be popping them into your shake, and you just need like a dollop, a little bit. But it adds richness and creaminess, and it's good. Very, very good. That's probably my favorite. Some people make their shakes with coconut milk, almond milk. Avoid soy. You just never want to do soy. Soy is not good for you. So, but let's see, what else do I like? Love the Ionics. Can't live without Ionics. I do powdered Ionics, and I also do powdered cleanse. And someone asked me, well, how often do you cleanse? And honestly, I only bust out a 9-day cleanse 4 times a year. That's it. I do a 9-day cleanse every quarter. So every 3 months, I'll pop out a 9-day cleanse. Do I use the Cleanse for Life in between time? Yes. I'll do like a scoop or 2 at night before bed. Probably 4 to 5 days out of the week. So I don't necessarily do Cleanse for Life every night either. But I honestly, you guys, I just listen to my body, and my body just knows what it needs. I'll all of a sudden start craving some Cleanse for Life and go walk into the kitchen and mix up a 32-ounce quart of Cleanse for Life. And I may drink that, right before bed, like between 8 and 9 o'clock at night, and get it into my body. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so the next one's actually my question, which is, as Isagenix grows bigger and spreads further globally, we talked about Europe the last time we were on a call, how will it sustain the well-being and amount of food supplies required for the products?
I love this question too, because there's so many people that they're a little freaked out with the sense that that they, especially with the minerals and trace minerals, if they know the story behind the minerals and trace minerals, they worry, oh my gosh, are we going to run out of minerals and trace minerals? And the answer is no. I mean, we are set up to do 10 times the volume at any given moment than what we're doing right now. And it's always been that way since day one. So 10 times the volume that we're doing right now. And if we complete this year at 1 billion in sales, then we're equipped to do about 10 billion in sales at any given time. So we're ready for expansion. We're ready for explosive growth. We know it can happen overnight, and you guys don't have to worry about crazy mishaps.
That's great, thank you. Yeah, that answers my question. Brilliant. And then I think we're kind of almost at the end. So yeah, so the last one, which was Adam that asked this. What state is the body in after a cleanse day, and how is it best to explain this process?
Oh my goodness. The cleansing process is incredible. Even when you're cleansing, you are in a totally different phase in your body than when you are drinking shakes and feeding your body meals. They're just 2 totally different things. When you stop with the solid foods and the shakes and you go into your cleanse days, you wake up in the morning and you place your feet on the ground, you weigh in, and then you walk to the kitchen, you start your morning off with Ionics, and then roll into Cleanse for Life, and you have your Isagenix snacks, a couple of Isodelights if you need them, and you roll through that day 1, and then again in day 2. What you're basically doing on days 1 and 2 when you're knocking out those cleanse days is that you're providing very specific nutrients that go into the body that assist the body in the natural detoxification processes that happen within our body. So it's almost kind of like injecting your car with rocket fuel. That would be probably the best way to describe cleanse days, when you're drizzling Cleanse for Life into your body. Ionic Supreme has natural cleansing benefits to it. It's not going to disrupt your cleanse. It's beautiful. Typically, for some people, cleanse days can be a bit stressful, so it's a great thing to be able to pop Ionic Supreme into the body first thing in the morning, and maybe even an additional serving in the afternoon, to help the body cope and deal with stress as you're moving through your cleanse days. Just think about it. So, it's going to keep your body more balanced. You've got more herbs going in. You've got a little bit more detoxification power going in as well. So it's a good thing. After you come out of a 1 or a 2 day cleanse, your body is like so much cleaner. Your body's been able to rest because of having to break down solid, heavy foods. So you've rested your digestive system, and it's ready to bring in so much. It's almost like a very clean sponge that's ready to absorb nasty stuff on the counter, or even good stuff. So it's whether it's good or whether it's bad, as far as what you're putting in your body will just draw it in and bring it in very efficiently. So when you break your cleanse days on the morning of the 3rd day, make sure you put good, dense foods into your body. Don't adulterate the body and really take away from what you've just put your body through with all of that wonderful cleansing and detoxification. So the first thing that you should do after going through a 1 or 2 day cleanse is put a shake into your body first thing that morning, along with Ionic Supreme. You can do the greens, you can do the fruits. Just drench your body with the good stuff and avoid the bad. Avoid the toxic foods, the toxic drinks.
Awesome. Brilliant, thank you. So that's the list of questions that we had. I think we've got a couple of additional ones that people have sent through, so we'll have a whiz through those now.
Adam's sent through a question as well. So just adding on to that question and answer you just gave, Kjersti, Adams also said and asked, what is the best way to describe what Isagenix does to your body, and also the intention of the Isagenix program? And he's pointing at explaining this in such a way that we can pass it on quick and easy to our prospects.
Yeah, I mean, the intention of the Isagenix product line is to provide the body specific nutrients that, quite honestly, we aren't finding in foods today. That's what it is. I mean, according to the USDA, there are some vitamins and minerals in our produce that is down by 84.21%. There's a reduction in some vitamins and minerals, and which tells us that the produce that was consumed just 20 years ago was so much richer in nutrients than the produce that we're eating today. And again, it goes back to the human body needing and requiring certain nutrients, vitamins, minerals, trace minerals, amino acids, different things to assist the body in the natural detoxification processes and cellular regeneration, and to really, have a youthful body, and not to do things to speed up the aging process in the body, but to really help with youthful aging. So when it comes to the Isagenix product line, it's really designed to drench the body with specific nutrients so that the body can become the miracle that it was designed to be and to function optimally at. And let's face it, I mean, the world is more toxic today than it was 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago. So, our bodies are being bombarded and taxed far more than our ancestors ever had to deal with. And I don't care what regions of the world you live in. If those of you that are watching in from New Zealand, you're on a very pristine piece of land. But you're not going to escape the toxicity around the globe. There's flame retardant at the top of Mount Everest. There is toxins within Inuit Eskimos' breast milk that would be deemed as hazardous by the EPA. And Inuit Eskimos live in the furthest regions north of the world, which their land is very pristine, and they eat from the land. So, and it's unrealistic to live in a bubble and to close yourself up off from the world either. So the best thing that we can do to really preserve our bodies, preserve our health and the health of our kids, is to look at nutrition as not necessarily a luxury, and for the rich, it's really a necessity to be able to obtain ultimate health and well-being living on the earth today. So
fantastic. That's amazing. That's brilliant.
Can I jump in with a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
Cool. So my sister wants me to ask you this, Kjersti. The packaging of the Isagenix products, so like for instance the shake packets, the Ionic Supreme bottle, and all the packaging that Isagenix has around its products. Are you guys looking to make that biodegradable? Just because what my sister was saying was that her initial, when I explained to her Isagenix, she had this really great picture in her head of Isagenix, and then when she saw the packaging of the products, it looked really kind of, I don't know, the way she described it was damaging to the earth. I don't actually have her question written out, but she described it as it looked kind of like if you were to just throw that on the ground, it would really kind of be bad for the earth. But she said just to kind of shape into the Isagenix vision, are you guys planning to make the packaging biodegradable?
I believe they're looking into that. Yeah. I don't know what the latest info is on that, but certainly when we have some updates, we will let you guys know. But I know that's why my dad loves the powders. He loves the packets. He loves anything that is in smaller containers. That just for that very reason. So yeah, no updates on that on my end at least. So yeah.
Primo.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a couple more. I got asked something the other day, Kjersti, which was, what would be the difference between just going and buying all your vitamins from, say, like in the UK, it'd be a health food shop or a supermarket, and taking those vitamins compared to taking the produce that Isagenix offers?
Well, are you talking about the Ageless Essentials Daily Pack?
Yeah, they kind of asked it as a general question, as often you get these questions, they are general rather than anything specific, but I referred it back to the vitamins that we take every morning and evening.
Yeah.
So
it takes the guesswork out of having to figure out exactly what you need. For instance, if you go into the vitamin shop and it's like, okay, I think I need some B vitamins, I think I need some C, I think I need A and D, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, people don't know how much they need and in what quantities, and here's the deal, is that in Isagenix you're taking shakes, Ionics, Cleanse for Life, maybe the fruits, the greens, maybe a bar, maybe you're doing Replenish because you're using that during your workouts. There's a lot of nourishment and nutrition going on in our other supplements. So when it comes to balance and making sure that you're getting everything that you need, our Ageless Essentials Daily Packs are formulated specifically to ride alongside the Isagenix lifestyle. So if you want the right amount of B vitamins, the right amount of C, the right amount of E and D and zinc and selenium and chromium and all of these other things, those are all specifically formulated to ride into that Isagenix lifestyle, knowing that people are doing shakes, Ionics, cleanse, those types of things. There's the standard array. Obviously, vitamins are water soluble, so you pop vitamins into your body will suck in what it needs in the moment and then excrete out what it doesn't need. You can't store vitamins in the body. well, I mean, water-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins, yes, those do store in the body, which is your E and your D, those types of vitamins like that. So your body will bring them in. You got to make sure that you watch quantity loads on that. But the other thing, too, in our vitamin packs is not only is it designed for the Isagenix lifestyle, but we have really cool things in those vitamin packs that no one else has, like patented CoQ10 that's 800 times more absorbed in the body than other CoQ10 on the market. You also have the right amounts of resveratrol, D3, the ISA omegas that are within the AMPM packs for the Ageless Essentials Daily Pack. Those omegas are highly concentrated, mercury-free, very high in EPA and DHA. So you're just buying not only the right amounts of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, but you're buying high-quality stuff too. Very high-quality stuff. And do you guys have Isagenesis? Do you have product B, 3rd generation? Do you have Isagenesis 4th generation?
Isagenesis is coming. We've got product B though. Yeah.
Do you have 3rd generation or 4th?
3rd, I believe.
Okay. So that's the other thing too. The other factor and component that comes into those the AMPM packs is that you can't get Isagenesis or product B anywhere in the globe. It is the most unique, advanced telomere support product that you can get on the face of the planet. And there's a lot of companies out there that are embracing the telomere health support aspect. We know about these companies. We know about their formulations. We test it out. We want to see what's going on with their bioactivity and if they're really making a difference with telomere health or not. And what I can tell you is that rest assured that Isagenix is in the lead with that science and with the benefits to the human body and to telomere health. So we're excited about that.
Yes, that's really exciting. Really exciting. Cool. Okay, so we've got one more question from our friend Michael, so we're just going to direct the camera over to him.
Oh, wow. It's not good. The lighting's wrong.
What are you talking about? I'm like Snow White today.
Where did that guy come from?
I've been here the whole time. Well, the great things I love about Isagenix is it fills in a lot of gaps around people who are eating raw foods, and it was exciting to see all the cold processes you use around the drinks and getting all the nutrients out for the proteins and keeping all them active. My daughters are 100% raw, and so there's certain things that we want to find out about and what we can give them that aligns with that. And one of them is the chocolate bars. I wanted to know, and you were saying about in the processes and some of the other processes that you're using a cold process to keep them active in the chocolates. So with the chocolate that surrounds those bars, are they also done in a cold process as well?
Are you talking about the Isoline meal replacement bars?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Are you like the chocolate dipped ones?
Yes, chocolate dipped ones, or the one, yeah, the chocolate covering.
The decadence or the...
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so. You know, I need to double check on that. I can't imagine that we would heat that chocolate up to a temperature that would take it from its raw state to a denatured state, because it would denature our protein, right? Because the coatings on those Isoline bars add to the protein component. Or, I'm sorry, the coating adds to the protein component. That's a protein coating. So, you know, let me check on that just to double check, verify, but I can't imagine that we would use, you know, highly processed chocolate to coat our Isoline bars with. But that's a great question.
Yeah, thank you so much for answering that. I didn't think we would, or you would, so just to have that verified would be absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gone.
No, you're still here, Mikey.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, we've got a couple more questions that have come through via Facebook, Kjersti. if you don't mind answering these. I'll just pull them up. So we've got a question. I know that we have the dairy-free shakes, but they're not here in New Zealand yet. So we've got a question here from New Zealand. Why are the shakes not dairy-free? Because there's shakes up there currently with protein derived from peas. I guess that's just pointing towards the shakes we've currently got here in New Zealand.
Yeah. Well, I think that the main thing with dairy is when you're looking at, there's so many people that are against dairy or have dairy sensitivities. When you milk a cow and you look at the milk components, it's incredibly high in milk sugar. The profile of milk when it comes out of a cow is very high in sugar. The whey protein component out of sugar, seriously, I'm not kidding, is I wish I could remember the stats, but it's a very, very small percentage. So when you take whey protein from a cow, you're literally extracting that whey protein out of the curds. So curds go one way, whey goes the other. Then we take the whey, and that goes through a special microfiltration process, cold process. It's concentrated down, yielding the whey protein concentrate. We do use the non-fat dried milk, but our shakes are virtually lactose-free. They're very, very, very low in lactose. So if the issue with dairy is lactose, that lactose, which is your milk sugar, is removed from that entire process. So you're not eating cow's milk. You're not eating sour cream or cottage cheese or cheese itself. You're really focusing on the proteins out of milk for the amino acid profile. So if someone is looking at that as, oh, it's dairy, I can't have it, because dairy upsets their stomach or digestive system, typically what we see is people do very well when it comes to sensitivities on the Isoline and the Isoline Pro. So I would suggest them trying it out and just testing it out. It's not something that they need to be too concerned about. We have lactase in the shake profiles just to ensure, which lactase is an enzyme, just to ensure that lactose isn't an issue, even in its small, minuscule quantities within the shake. I'm serious when I say I think they're like 99% lactose free. So
fantastic. That was great. Great for all the dairy free out there.
Awesome. And following on from talking about cleanse days earlier on, there's a question on a cleanse day, doesn't the body go into starvation mode and hold on to fat stores rather than purge them?
Repeat that question because you were kind of breaking up.
Sure. So the question is, on a cleanse day, doesn't the body go into starvation mode and hold on to fat stores rather than purge them?
That's a good question. The answer is no. Your body goes into serious fat burning on day one. About 6 to 8 hours into day one of cleansing, your body goes into fat burning state. And because you're putting in the right amount of nutrients and very specific nutrients within the Cleanse for Life and the Isagenix snacks, your body stays anabolic instead of switching into a catabolic state. Catabolic state is where your body resorts to lean mass to burn for survival and energy, and that is not something that you have to worry about on cleanse days. But you go into a state of fat burning because your body is either sugar burning or it's fat burning, and that is where your body is going to get your energy from. So as your body goes into that mild state of fat burning on day one and day two, then we all know it's stored in fat cells, and that is impurities. So as your body is metabolizing and burning fat for energy, your body is also releasing impurities out of fat cells. So that's where the Cleanse for Life comes in. Those herbs, botanicals, tea extracts go in and actually help to kind of rev those natural detoxification processes within the body, and that consists in the liver, the kidneys, the lymphatics, even down to the cells in cellular detoxification. I hope that answers that question. But no, you're not going into starvation mode.
Okay.
Great.
Cool. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that brings us to the end of our current questions, our Facebook questions, and I just wanted to bring it to the panel of amazing people on our call today. If they've got any more questions, Adam, Ada, if you guys have got any more questions now to ask that you've had from people or yourselves, feel free to ask them now.
No, that's all been dealt with really, really well. All the questions that I saw you had written out last night were amazing questions. All the questions that we've had pop up, absolutely amazing questions, and just so much information to take in.
Yeah.
Kjersti, you're like an encyclopedia of Isagenix.
You know what? I know. I don't even know. I lay in bed. I'm like, can I answer? Yeah, I can answer that question. Can I answer? Yeah, I can answer that question. I don't even know. It's all stuck in there for 13 years. I've been collecting it. But here's a really good resource. Is isagenixhealth.net. I am not kidding. You can actually type in the word fructose and pull up articles that talk about all of the sugars that we use in every single one of our products, from xylitol to mannitol to all of this stuff. So, you know, and the origin of where the sugar comes from, and why we use it specifically. Xylitol is a beautiful sweetener. It actually protects our teeth from cavities and stuff. So, and it's all natural. So there's things that the earth has for us, and because of modern science and technology, we as, you know, men and women get to discover these things and be able to determine their effects to the human body and what their nutritional value is and how they function, and be able to take the wholesome bits and incorporate it into, you know, our product line. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, and I want to echo that too, because I've got a habit now of checking isagenixhealth.net. Every time someone asks a question, I always listen for the keyword in that question. I go straight to isagenixhealth.net and I type in that keyword into the search bar on the right-hand side, and literally 99% of the time it comes up with an article perfectly suited to answer that question somewhere in that article and give more information, so I'm able to learn more to share with people. And yeah, I just want to echo that because it's the perfect website for answering a lot of the health supplement product questions around Isagenix.
Very cool. Awesome.
Great. Well, if there's no more questions, I wanted to wrap this up and just thank you again, Kjersti. Thank you so much for coming on the call, giving up your time for this, and I get how important this is to you, and I can hear the 13 years of knowledge that comes out in every single question you answer, every single detail you answer with such amazing belief, as well as just so much knowledge in the industry and the and what your father's created too. So I just wanted to thank you for that, and thank him for having you.
Oh,
yeah, I want to
so
say massive thank you, Kjersti. Like, your passion just comes across every time we speak to you. And when I spoke to somebody yesterday, they couldn't make this call, so I'm going to send them the conversation. But I said to them, for me, it just echoes integrity that we can get the founder's daughter on a Skype call. I just can't. I don't know anywhere else you can do that. I don't know. You can't go to Heinz and ask to speak to the formulator's daughter or whatever. So for me, I love that we can do this, and I just want to say a massive thank you for giving your time to us.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Just so welcome.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Kjersti,
Yeah,
thank you.
so
I promise when you see me in celebration that I'm not going to be paper white.
We'll see you soon.
I just everyone note Adam's color on his face. That's probably my natural face color. So, and next time we'll make sure that I'm not so Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs looking.
Well, Snow White's all right. It's just looking like a seventh dwarf.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Do I look like the seventh dwarf? Oh, geez.
Where did that voice come from?
I've been here the whole time.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
See you guys.
Kjersti.
Thanks, Kjersti.
Bye.
Bye.